Journal Record Associate Publisher Ted Struley joins us to discuss other stories making news in business today. Ted, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
One topic of funding at the state capitol revolves around the idea of school consolidation. What's the latest on that?
Well, as you know, Robert, this is a really contentious topic every time it comes up. What they're proposing at the moment is sort of a middle ground that might not consolidate schools, but could consolidate some administrative positions. Rural lawmakers still say that's problematic because the job of a superintendent in rural Oklahoma is very different than it is for a superintendent in a large district in urban Oklahoma. Expect that to continue to be contentious.
Lawmakers are also targeting incentives for the wind industry. Tell us about that.
Well, right. They're going back and looking again at some of those tax credits. There are proposals to help fill the budget hole to sunset those early or immediately, or at least to make sure that they expire when they're supposed to. They think that would help the budget hole at least a little.
Now, the State Ethics Commission this week was considering some new rules for lawmakers. What's the goal?
Well, the proposal was that lawmakers would not be eligible to be lobbyists in Oklahoma until 2 years after they left office. It's known as a cooling off period. There are a few dozen other states that already have that in place. It got immediate, strong pushback from lawmakers and others who say that once they leave office, they need to realistically be able to find a job for which they're qualified.
Well, now there's another setback for Oklahoma's new workers' compensation system.
The state Supreme Court threw out an element of that law that was redone a few years ago, and it said that workers who miss 2 doctor's appointments related to their injury are no longer eligible for workers' comp benefits. That's what the court threw out, saying that there's, number one, no way to monitor whose fault it was that they missed the appointments, and number two, it places fault in a no-fault system, so that part was ruled unconstitutional.
A retail outlet in Oklahoma City is shutting its doors. What's the story with that?
This is Plaza Mayor. It was formerly Crossroads Mall, and the owner's attempt to bring it back to life just hasn't panned out financially. They're experiencing low tenancy and a high financial burden. They'll be shuttering it October 31st.
Mr. Ted Struley from the Journal Record, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure as always.